Why are so many strong female characters annoying? They're supposed to be inspiring, but instead, a lot of them feel boring, forced, or just plain unrelatable. They're tough, sure, but something about them just doesn't connect with the audience. And yet, when you look at characters like Ellen Ripley from Alien, Sarah Connor from Terminator, or even Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, they're widely loved. So what's the difference? Why do some female leads feel organic and powerful, while others just come across as flat? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to break down today. I am going to talk about what actually makes a strong female character, the biggest mistakes writers make, and how you can create a female protagonist that audiences will actually root for. The term strong female character used to mean a well-developed, compelling female lead, a character that had depth, agency, and a story that we really wanted to follow. Somewhere along the way, that definition was lost. Writers started to equate strong female characters with flawless. They decided that making a character physically powerful or extremely skilled would make them compelling. What actually happens is that the character has no weaknesses, and when a character has no weakness, they become boring very quickly. Stories really thrive on conflict and growth. So if a character starts out perfect, they never struggle, and they never change, there are no stakes. This means there's nothing for the audience to invest in, and that's when people check out and don't get behind the characters. Now, this video isn't just about the mistakes. Let's actually talk through what will help you fix it. So strength isn't just about punching people in the face. A great female lead can be strong in different ways, and some of the most beloved female characters prove it. First, there's physical strength. We can take Lara Croft as a great example of this. But if we're being honest, some versions of Lara lack depth. If all the character has is physical strength with no personality, they feel just like an action figure in a wig. We can then look at intellectual strength. Hermione Granger isn't running around drop-kicking people, but her intelligence, resourcefulness, and problem-solving skills make her one of the strongest characters in the series. And then we can also talk about emotional strength. Characters like Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice. She doesn't fight anyone physically, but she stands up for herself in a world that expects her to conform. Her strength is in her confidence, her wit, and her refusal to be controlled by societal expectations. Finally, we have survivors. Take Katniss Everdeen. She doesn't fight because she wants to and she likes violence. She fights because she has to. Her strength is rooted in her willpower, her loyalty, and ultimately in her ability to endure. And so now hopefully what you can see is that strength has layers. And if you want to write a truly great female lead, then you need to make them strong in these other ways, not just the physical strength aspect. Because this is where so many modern strong female characters go wrong. They don't have any flaws. They're either unrealistically perfect, or their flaws are things like cares too much, or is just too amazing at everything. So now let's compare that to a character like Ellen Ripley from Alien.
Where you want it?
Ellen is a badass woman, but she is also terrified. She's not some invincible warrior. She's just a smart, capable woman who has to face an impossible situation. And she doesn't have all the answers. She makes mistakes. And that's why we root for her and why we love this character. And if we contrast that with someone like Rey from Star Wars, she never struggles to master her abilities at all. She doesn't fail. She doesn't need to learn. And as a result, most fans found her boring. Because flaws don't make a character weak, they actually make the character more interesting to us. Now let's get into how to actually fix this. So here's what to do when you are writing a female lead. First up, don't make them overpowering. If they never fail, they become boring, and you have to give them real obstacles. Don't make them strong by tearing down men. Strength isn't about making male characters look dumb. It's about letting the female lead show her skills and growth. Don't base their entire personality on trauma. A tragic backstory can definitely add depth, but it shouldn't be the only thing that defines the character. The character needs to have real goals and a personality beyond their past. Do, of course, let the character have vulnerabilities. Strength is about overcoming struggles, not avoiding them. And do give them real motivations. Think about what is driving the character, what their internal conflicts might be. Really strong characters that we fall in love with have layers to them. Wrap this all up and give you something that you can go away and use. Here is the ultimate formula for writing a compelling, strong female character. First, you need to give her a goal. What does she actually want? Then create internal and external conflict. Make sure that she is flawed, perhaps she's reckless, maybe overconfident, or she's haunted by the past. And develop her growth arc. How does she change throughout the story? Look at Katniss as an example. She starts out just wanting to survive, but by the end of the Hunger Games, she's a leader willing to fight for something much bigger than herself. That's what really makes a character interesting. Now you know exactly how to write strong female characters that audiences will love. And I'd love to hear in the comments down below what your favorite female character in fiction has been. And if you would like more writing tips to help you write an amazing book and publish it, then make sure to watch this next video from me right here.